Welcome to the Stizzy Chronicles. I'm Stizzy. Here on this channel, I chronicle my life as a solo full-time RVer. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. You'll catch a lot of videos of me doing DIY projects, traveling and camping when I can, and just living life on the fly. Now, recently I have challenged myself to be a little more intentional about what I put in my body and how and where I spend my money. So recently I went to a local farmer's market to pick up some vegetables. And before I get my day started, I want to go ahead and prepare them and store them properly, so I'm not wasting my money. And then for the rest of the day, I have some work to do on the property. Now, I am a work camper, meaning that I volunteer in exchange for a free place to park my RV and hookups. Now, there's a project that I have been procrastinating on, and I want to try to get some progress today. So when I went to the farmer's market, I got some collard greens, and this bunch is huge. Now, as you can see, when I just pulled it out the fridge, it was not in any bags or anything. So they don't look as lively as they did yesterday. I think them sitting in there might have done something. I don't know. Could be making that up. And I also got some spinach. So these are the greens that I'm going to be working with for the week or two, depending on how often I make my smoothies. And usually when I go shopping, I honestly just eat it right out of the bag. And I know that's not what you're supposed to do, but nobody's perfect. Anywho, so I watched a few videos on how to properly clean them, and luckily I do have some baking soda. I don't have vinegar. Now, some of the videos suggested using vinegar, but most of them, the main cleaning option was using baking soda, which I have. So we're gonna focus on that. And then I want to have maybe like a plastic bag for me to use now, and then put some in the freezer, because for me, this is a lot. I haven't gotten to the point where I can confidently say I can knock this all out in like a week. We still working on that. We making our way up to that. So that's going to be the plan for the day. Now, when you work in a kitchen, an RV kitchen, everything's a little smaller, so I may have to do a lot of the steps multiple times. I won't really know until I actually break this down. So let me just actually see how much I have. And but before I do that, I do need to clean the dishes, but luckily not too much. Not too much. Let me see. Water levels is apparently at empty, but I think I have enough to at least clean these. And then I guess I need to fill up some water later. I already have the hot water heating it up. That's one step I don't have to worry about. I already have some dishes that need to be put away. So I guess I got to put away some dishes, wash some dishes, and then I can start focusing on actually getting these things cleaned.
This is what I want now. I'm waiting for something better. This is what I want now. No, I won't settle for anything else. I can't keep pretending. It's not getting to me. It's never ending.
Now, the internet says I should let this sit for 15 minutes, and it's actually been more than 15 minutes. I got a little distracted. I'm gonna actually let it sit a lot longer, and the reason is because I'm terrible with time management, and I want to get out there to the bridge before the critters that like to bite and tear me up start coming out, which they will do once it gets a little closer to sunset. So you go ahead and soak, then I can come back to you. There's no time sensitivity with that, I think. Hopefully it's soaking for a long time doesn't cause any issues. If it does, please let me know in the comments, but I think it'll be fine. Plus, I'm sure that gives it more time to, you know, get all them pesticides released from the pores. So of course we got to get out of the onesie, and I'm gonna put on my work clothes, as I like to call it, which is essentially an outfit or two, the same outfit pretty much that I used to wear when I was working on the ranch. Then I can get out there and do some painting. Yes, I'm working on the bridge. If you've been with the channel for a while, you may remember that this particular project is one of the first ones that were given to me when I relocated to Mississippi. It is also a project that has taken the longest to complete. The biggest reason is because it's a bridge, which honestly needs to be restored, but the budget only allows for us to do a DIY makeover. We really want to make sure that we're protecting the wildlife that's in the water, but in order to do that, somebody needs to get in the water in order to create some type of barrier between the bridge and the water. And I didn't want that somebody to be me, which is why I did a lot of the other projects that were on my list first, and then I had to come back around to doing the bridge. Now this is one of the drawbacks of being a night owl. Right now I'm locked in, okay, focused, ready to do this particular job. However, I can't really see, okay. Luckily the bugs haven't been messing with me too much, but I did actually use a new essential oil that's supposed to keep bugs away, and I feel like it has done a good job. I haven't been swatting away. My legs are itching though. I don't know if I have any bug bites on my leg or if it's just like a mental thing, because as the night ends I always start itching on my leg, and sometimes when I go into the house I do actually have bumps of something. I don't know if it's mosquito bites or something else, but something do be still tearing me up even though I have on tights. So I have one side already done as far as the rails, and now I'm about to work on the other side of the rails since I still have paint in my little, you know, my little holdy thing, my little container. And then once that's done, I think I'm gonna go ahead and head on in. Well, I'll say they definitely look clean. If they soggy, then so be it. It's going in the smoothie anyway. But anyway, I'm completely covered in paint as usual, I think. Yep. Still got paint on me, a new paint. Good thing I actually put water in the tank earlier, because now I ain't got to worry about doing that in the dark. Go ahead and get this water heated up so I can take a shower, put my PJs back on, and then we can go ahead and finish the cleaning process, getting them dried up, getting them in the freezer. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and have me a smoothie as a celebration. Plus I haven't had any greens in the past couple days, no vegetables, so probably need it. I was about to head into the shower, but the fur babies was giving me that look like you need to feed us first. Okay, let's get that out the way. And I can give them their little donuts again. The donuts that I got from the farmer's market. They seem to enjoy that. And these little donuts. See, they're so cute. They look like just bagels. I think they just oats or something. I don't know. The lady told me, but I don't remember. Go ahead and break it up since y'all like to forget to chew sometimes. Here you go. Dinner is served. I wish it was that easy when it was time for me to make dinner though for myself. Lord, are you choking? What's happening? Okay, you're alright. Can't even hop in the shower. Gotta make sure nobody steal each other's food. Postponing my cleaning time. As you can see, I am now showered and back in my PJs, ready to continue with cleaning the greens. The next part of the process, now that I've cleaned it properly, is blanching. And with blanching, you cook the vegetables for a short period of time, let it dry, and then you put it in the freezer. It sounds quick and easy, which is why I was so excited to try it. However, as I'm beginning this process, I'm realizing that I may not have enough space to make this an enjoyable process. Now, the space issue was something that I had already mentally prepared for. What I didn't quite prepare myself for was the amount of time that each step was going to take. At this point in the process, I still needed to cook it, put it in some cold water so it wouldn't continue cooking, and then dry it. And the drying process was the part that I just didn't want to do. This is me actually looking online to see if I just throw these in the freezer while it's still wet, is that gonna be a problem? The internet said yes, it is. It needs to be thoroughly dried before you put it in the freezer. I was not a happy camper. So now I got to change the layout of the RV in order to have a little more space to actually dry these things out. I even have to use the shower in the RV as my source of water because the sink is still full of greens. This is the point in my so-called health journey where I realized ain't no damn way. This ain't for me. Because the instructions at this point is to lay each leaf out individually so it can dry thoroughly. The stizzy impatience kicked in, and that wasn't going to happen. I just started dropping leaves wherever they fell, and my plan was just to cross my fingers and hope for the best. Now I started this project with some excitement and enthusiasm, but this ain't for me, okay? This healthy stuff, or you know, I'm not gonna say that. But what's not for me is what I just did, okay? This is gonna be the first and last time I buy some collards from the farmer's market and then proceed to clean it and try to freeze it. We ain't gonna be able to do that. Now I don't know if it's the amount of space I have or the patience, but something ain't enough, so I can't do it. Now, this took so dang on long, I don't even feel like cooking dinner. So the collard celery sticks, the sticks center, the back vertebrae, that's dinner. For y'all who do this on a regular, congratulations. I'm happy for you. It ain't gonna work for me. That bushel was too big, and I should have known that when that man put it in a dang on trash bag. That's when I should have said, you know what? Let me switch it up and get something else. Moving forward, spinach and celery, maybe some Brussels sprouts so I can add a little razzle dazzle to my green intake, but no more collards, not that amount, that's for sure. Hope you learned something new today, because I certainly did. Learned I'm never gonna do this again. That's enough of Delton for me. If you stayed this whole time and you haven't subscribed, definitely consider hitting that button, and I hope to see you next time. We're gonna start off with the cherry berry blend, which is mainly strawberries. Why they always give us so many strawberries in all the mixes? I need some color variation, so I'm throwing some bananas. My first serving of dinner. It'll do.